For more on all of this, let's welcome former Treasury Secretary for Public Affairs, Monica Crowley. It's always great to have you. I want to get your reaction to that. So he's admitting what he did. He's saying, I'm sorry, but he won't resign, and nobody's putting pressure on him to do so. The president probably won't fire him because he's too busy playing Clint Eastwood today.
Well, also keep in mind that the FDIC has a 5-member board, so the Democrats need him as the tie-breaking vote. So they don't want to remove him, leave the seat vacant, have to go through another whole confirmation situation. Look, the FDIC is the chief regulator of federal banks, Jackie. You need somebody in that position who is a steady hand, who is calm, who inspires confidence, not just in his team, but across the economy, across the financial sector, across Wall Street. And it looks like after this audit, he has lost a lot of that. So I don't know what this means about his ability to do his job effectively, especially if his team that reported to this independent auditor all of these workplace issues, if the team beneath him doesn't feel comfortable going to work every day and carrying out these responsibilities.
This is a wild story, and Janet Yellen made a statement on this. I want to read it to you. She said, the kind of abuses that were documented in the report are a totally unacceptable way to treat employees at the FDIC and not in line with the core values of the Biden administration. Not in line with the core values. It's not the first time that we've seen this. Earlier on the show, we were talking about anti-Semitism and how the Democrats are supposed to be tolerant, yet they allowed hate speech and vitriol to be spread across college campuses. How is it that they get away with saying sorry, saying it's not our values, but then at the same time conducting the actions?
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? And I served in the Trump administration at the Department of Treasury, and I worked with Helena McWilliams, who was Mr. Gruenberg's predecessor. She was lovely. She was a very effective FDIC chair. And if she were still there, if the Democrats and the Biden administration did not put tremendous pressure on her to leave in 2022, you probably wouldn't have these kinds of issues that have bubbled up now. Look, Democrats get away with everything. They say that they take responsibility. He says he's going to go to anger management, but he is still in the position. So there's no real accountability because nobody on the Democrat side really ever removes anybody who is guilty of this kind of behavior that really has public policy implications as well. And, you know, I just want to point out, Jackie, that when President Biden came into office in January of 2021, he made a very explicit statement about his administration. And he said, if I hear of anybody, political appointee or a career appointee, who is engaging in this kind of activity, behavior, disrespectful to your colleagues, abusive in any way, harassment, discrimination, all of the things that we have found out were true at the FDIC through this audit, he said, I will fire you on the spot. Well, now we actually have evidence of his the FDIC is independent, but the president does have the ability to remove him, and he will not.
Well, in a little bit more than 3 years, he's drawn a lot of theoretical red lines that he then has backed off of. I don't expect anything less, but this was a real wild story, and some of that testimony was fiery. Monica, thank you so much for being here.
A
Great
pleasure.
to see you as always.
Thank you, Jackie.